Okay, so your opening statement. Your opening statement is essentially the paragraph that goes at the top of your CV. So it's the first thing that a potential employer reads about you, and that really it does create your first impression. So it's really important that your opening statement or profile or personal statement or whatever you want to call it, it's really important that it it says the right things. Now, what we're looking for is we're looking for personal qualities, we're looking for your skills, and we're looking for your experience. There's no set format or particular order, so there's an example here that you can tweak, but you don't have to follow this format. You can change it as long as it does contain those things: your personal qualities, your skills, and your experience. The most important thing, though, is that this isn't a generic summary. So some things might always stay the same, like your personal qualities, for example, might always stay the same. Or you might want to change them and highlight different personal qualities depending on the role that you apply for. So what's important here is that you use powerful words. So you don't talk about, that you have experience of delivering and leading change. You have extensive experience or significant experience. So you use the more powerful words as and when you can. Using phrases like a proven ability as well is really helpful, because our proven track record, because again they are strong statements that really resonate with potential employers. A couple of other things in here as well that you need to bear in mind. Now, we have talked about keywords in a different module, a previous module, but what I'm going to do shortly is go back to a couple of example job descriptions and just pick out some of the keywords from there, because in the same way that the keywords are important from making sure that you kind of get through any automated screening or get through any manual screening even. Actually, using those keywords in your summary, in your opening statement, they really help your opening statement resonate with your potential employer. So your potential employer essentially has written a wish list of the person that they want, and that's usually called their ideal candidate. Now, they might not get their ideal candidate because their ideal candidate might not be out there, or they might not be paying enough money for their ideal candidate, or their ideal candidate might already have another job somewhere else and be perfectly happy. But, like anything, we might as well lay out exactly what we want, knowing that we might not get everything we need. And absolutely, this, I've worked with people who haven't met all of the essential criteria for a role, but actually have still been successful and secured that role. So please don't let it put you off if you don't have all of the skills and experience that are needed. But what you can do is, the skills and experience that you do have, you can play them back in this summary to the potential employer to make sure that it really resonates with them. It really hits the mark when they read it. So what you're aiming for with your opening statement is for the potential employer to read it and say, yes, this is the person that we want. This sounds like our ideal candidate. Let's get them in and interview them. So that's the outcome that you're looking for from this opening statement. So I'm just going to move down to some of the job descriptions and pick out some more of the keywords out of those, and show how you might change your summary or update your summary to effectively play some of those back. Okay, so this is an example job description that I've just taken from LinkedIn. So there's just a couple of things in here that I would call out if in a particular way in my opening statement, if I was applying for this role. So, for example, they're looking for a proven project manager with a track record in managing technical or automation projects, who is also capable of managing the multiple concurrent projects, this piece down here. So, and they're looking for a qualification. So I would be calling out that I'd be saying qualified project manager with a proven track record in managing technical projects if that's what your experience is in, or managing automation projects, if that's what your experience is in. If it's not in technical or automation, I would just say in managing maybe complex projects, if that's what your experience is in. And it also talks about managing the multiple projects. So you might want to say in managing multiple complex projects or multiple technical projects concurrently, because again, that's the word they use. So if you have that experience, absolutely play that back using the words and phrases that they've used, because that's what they're looking for. So that's what will resonate most with them. Okay. I'm just going to move on to the next one. So there's some things in here. So there's a piece in here about building a team culture. So manage, develop and inspire a team, build a culture which is dedicated to overachievement. So actually in here, when you're looking at this, you might want to talk about your extensive experience of managing effective teams and building strong team cultures to achieve and exceed targets, for example. So it's just about using similar words and just changing them around slightly. So I'm going to move down to the next one. So this one talks about the communication skills, influencing skills. So absolutely, if you have those skills, be talking about those in your summary. So excellent communication skills, you can actually just drop that straight in. You might want to add at all levels of the business, if that's appropriate. The influencing skills, you might also want to talk about, the influencing skills in your summary as well. So you might want to say excellent communication and influencing skills across all levels of the business. I'm just going to, I think there's one more here. So let's just have a look at this one. Okay, so here we talk about managing high performing teams. So again, use those words, extensive experience of effectively managing high performing teams. All you're doing is essentially, if you have those skills and experience, you're just playing it back in a way that is really going to resonate with that potential employer. So just to summarize, this is your opening statement. So you're going to write a paragraph that covers your personal qualities, your skills and your experience. And what you're going to do is you're going to do that with some help from the job description of the role that you want to apply for, so that you're using the right words and phrases and you're playing back what the potential employer is asking for, if you have those qualities, those skills and that experience, so that you are more likely to have a winning opening statement and get that interview.